Hey everybody, welcome back to WWE Universe. I'm your host Jitch and you're watching the final ECW before we begin the road to WrestleMania with the 2011 Royal Rumble. Here tonight on ECW, you can look forward to the following matches. We've got this one-on-one Hardcore Championship match. Since you guys wouldn't vote, I don't know why you just kind of stopped voting. I bet by now, but one of the episodes I haven't uploaded yet will get loads of votes on it. Since there's not been any votes, to my understanding, Hardcore Championship must be defended tonight. Goldust defending against Cody Rhodes tonight. It's going to be a nice championship match, I am sure.
The following contest is for the Hardcore Championship.
Following this matchup, we got another 6-man battle royal coming your way. As we saw this Monday on Raw, Randy Orton with a hell of a statement, winning his battle royal and becoming the number one contender to Brock Lesnar's World Heavyweight Championship. Be interesting to see if Randy Orton even ends up in the Royal Rumble. But let's not forget about the events that happened afterwards. Triple H is back from injury, and for some reason he laid a steel chair shot into CM Punk. There'll be plenty more to come from that this Friday on SmackDown when Triple H returns to action. It's been confirmed he will be on this Friday's SmackDown. But moving on, yes, moving onwards, we've got the 6-man battle royal tonight here on ECW. Who knows what kind of events will come out of that one? But what we do know is you can expect to see some of the best here on ECW, including Raw General Manager Mick Foley, amongst others.
Introducing the challenger from
Just me, or does Cody seem to be going for a little bit of head games with this outfit? Wearing half black, half gold gear. Who does he think he's fooling? I think we all know what's going on here. Cody Rhodes trying to throw a little shade Goldust's way. Really making me realize how bad my gold shade is compared to Goldust's gear. Maybe that's what I should have done in the first place. I should have just gone into Superstar Threads and found what the combination for Goldust's gold is and given people that, because that's a pretty nice shade. Cody's looks more like mustard. I think I've been giving people mustard, not gold. Hardcore Championship finally on the line again for the first time in a month. Goldust has had a lot of defenses. I believe at this point in time he is the longest reigning Hardcore Champion thus far. He has finally surpassed Vladimir Kozlov's reign. We'll see if he can carry on with that success here tonight. I think he's even defended it more than Kozlov, as a matter of fact, but I'm not entirely sure on that one. And in our main event tonight, as I never really got around to saying that, we do know that McMahon has gone out of his way once again to try and screw DiBiase and Kozlov as best as he can in one foul swoop, which is why tonight's main event is based around the Battle Royal that's happening right before it. 6-man Battle Royal coming up. As I mentioned before, Mick Foley, you'll also be looking forward to Big Show, Kane, and interestingly enough, 2 of DiBiase's very own boys, Chavo Guerrero, I'm still thinking about that mask. Chavo Guerrero and Mason Ryan have been thrown into the deep end. They're in that match as well with Big Show, Kane, and Mick Foley. And there is one other participant, but for some reason I just don't want to mention his name. Probably because I like to make certain matches on the spot. Sin Cara, it'll be Sin Cara. That'll be the final participant in that Battle Royal. And yeah, those 6 are going to face up, and then our main event right afterwards, Vladimir Kozlov and Ted DiBiase are going to team up for the first time ever in a 2-on-3 handicap match as they face off against Jack Swagger and the Powerhouse. Ted DiBiase, Kozlov never really had any history with each other, no tag team background amongst them at all, as a matter of fact. But they are going to be competing 2-on-3 in our main event, and it should be very interesting to see if they can pick up that victory. Right now, the dashing lad getting some good offense in on Goldust. Looking forward to the Royal Rumble as it gets closer and closer and closer. And I feel my breath getting faster and heavier with excitement and for the upcoming show. I'll be interested to see if Cody Rhodes can pick up what I believe will be his first singles championship tonight. I've got to double check that, but I believe Cody Rhodes right now has not held a singles title. But then that's not true, because he's not had a... Unless he's just never held a title. Has Cody never won a championship? Oh no, he's a former US champion. Okay. I don't think he held it for very long. Where did he win that from? Sorry, I'm just kind of curious now. I don't remember. He won the championship, took the place of Ezekiel Jackson. Okay.
Goldust is always embroiled in controversy in the WWE. The Hardcore Championship is on the line.
Yep. Yep. I'm remembering this all now. Legacy turn on him. Oh yeah, he held that for a little while, a couple months. I don't know why, I just didn't remember Cody as US champion. I think it's because a lot of the first US championship reigns were very short-lived. You know, a lot of people probably forget Kane never held it, for example. Cody was the 7th in the span of November, the end of November to June. That's why Drew retired that championship. It was not the most prestigious championship.
Remember, in championship matches, the title cannot change hands by countout or disqualification.
Yeah, that's why they call it the championship advantage. You can lose the match, but still keep the title.
Anyway, I like to read off the win-loss records. It's still very outdated, as there's 2 episodes I've not uploaded yet. But from what I can read, Cody Rhodes is a 15-20 walking into this match, 6-13 record this season. Had a 9-7 the previous year, so he's not been doing as well this season. But Goldust 11-11, 8-5 this season. Really turned things around from a 3-6 in the previous. As I say, there are a couple weeks missing from the database right now because I need to upload more often. Otherwise, what I read off is wrong, unless I can remember what happened in the last 2 weeks. And I don't believe either of these were on ECW. No. I think Cody was on last week, beating Arn Anderson. I think that happened last week. It's good to see the Hardcore Championship defended once again here on ECW. You wouldn't think this was an Extreme Rules match, but it most certainly is. Just coming under the 5-minute mark, just a half a minute to go. He's a title breaking go. Goldust is so weird. I feel like that's a very mean thing to say. Fan would sign. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to do that. I think for anyone who's got a gold attire, I'm going to go into Goldust's formula, take the numbers for his, and apply it to them. Admittedly, I think what helps with Goldust is that it's shiny. But I still think that looks better than what Cody's got. Because seeing Cody's next to it, it's like, yeah, that's like yellow, that's mustard, that's not. Also, he just hit a crossroads, I'm pretty sure, and didn't do a pin. This is the #1 problem with Goldust, so I feel like people really underestimate him. They always try to, like, put the beating on him rather than just go for the win. Saying that, though, never mind, I guess that wasn't the crossroads. It looked a lot like the crossroads. I think it was a swinging neck breaker, as opposed to an inverted swinging neck breaker. And he still didn't go for the pin, so my point still stands. Let's just hope that Goldust doesn't go tickling the booties of anybody this time around. Mason Ryan was very upset about that, and understandably so. I'd be upset if someone tickled my booty. This is really not Goldust's night right now. Cody could go for the pin anytime he wants. That is a dumb move to do while someone is laying on the ground. God, the look of shock on Cody's face as Goldust lifted him up into the seated position. In the corner. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Cody's got to have babies one day. Oh. Not anymore, he ain't. Shattered dreams from Goldust. And here we see a big flatliner. Is that going to be enough? I think he should go for the cover. Oh yeah, he's thinking about it too. Goldust taking him away. Here's the cover. And the greatest hardcore championship reign continues. I don't know what it is with Goldust, but I feel like he's just found his calling in life. He won the hardcore championship and things have just really turned around for him. It says 2 weeks and then a third week added on top, which means he's at 68 days, so... Oh no, he's not quite past Kozlov yet. He's still got a couple weeks. He's got 3, this will be his 4th defense. Kozlov had 5. Yeah, he's getting there. He's not actually the greatest hardcore champion yet, but he's definitely getting closer and closer by the week. So we move on now to our 6-man battle royal. Seeing Cara, Mick Foley, Big Show, Kane, Chavo, and Mason Ryan. It's a real interesting battle royal we got coming your way, and it is next. Well, these past few weeks on ECW, we've seen the odd one-on-one match that has been all about getting that momentum for the Royal Rumble. Look no further than this Battle Royal here tonight. 6-man over the top rope. The winner is going to be getting a good bit of momentum. They'll have known what it's like to be in the ring with 5 other opponents and outlast them. And that's what you need in the Royal Rumble. Make no mistake about it, Mick Foley may be the general manager over on Monday nights, and he may let some really chaotic things like Randy Orton beating the hell out of quite a lot of the roster slide sometimes because he feels like it's proving himself. That's the thing. Mick Foley actually was positive about what Randy Orton had done in the end. He says that that's exactly the kind of killer instinct that someone needs if they're going to go up against Brock Lesnar. So Randy Orton actually got praise from Mick Foley for damn near injuring Daniel Bryan, beating the hell out of Batista, and then stealing a victory to win a match in a tournament that he was eliminated from. Foley's definitely got a different attitude to some.
From El Paso, Texas, weighing 215 pounds, Chavo.
And of course, Chavo Guerrero recently came back here to ECW unmasked as the former El Dinero. What a huge, shocking surprise that was, bigger than Triple H returning last night on Raw. Chavo Guerrero, the man beneath the mask, working for Ted DiBiase. He is strictly here under the contract of Ted DiBiase, not Mr. McMahon. However, because this is McMahon's show, he has been permitted to book them how he sees fit, so long as DiBiase is able to at least come to agreeable terms with what McMahon books. And DiBiase said that this was fine. He's going to be in that 2-on-3 match against the Powerhouse and Swagger either way. So he's decided that this one's fine. Mason Ryan, a strong associate of Ted DiBiase, the bodyguard of Ted DiBiase at one point, now seems more like an ally in DiBiase's war against McMahon and the Powerhouse. And I gotta say, he's been pretty effective, to be honest. Mason Ryan's really turned his career around. Sometimes all he needed was some support from the fans, just to hear those cheers, to soak all in, and then you got a good boy on your hands. Kane is a natural here on ECW. You'd expect him to have held the championship by now, but no. Under the circumstances of McMahon, this man has been kept away from the championship. Unfortunately, that has happened to quite a few people here on ECW. I noticed Big Show still hasn't been given his rematch for the ECW championship, which he lost and then was out with an injury. He is due a rematch at some point. What more dangerous time to be close to that than the Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber? Not a lot McMahon can do about those two things, as he tries to really screw Big Show out of a qualifier. Same for Kane. The two giants of ECW, both in this battle royal. And here comes the final participant in this 6-man over the top rope battle royal. The champion of champions. Match of the year winner, as a matter of fact.
And your opponent, the champion of champions, The Big Show.
2010 match of the year winner, The Big Show. What a turnaround year 2010 ended up being for him. He started off the year not necessarily on the most positive light. He was kind of the backdrop, the background character to The Miz, and I think that was actually just The Miz. Yeah, Show Miz, that's right. Where he managed to turn things around for himself real nicely, becoming a main player. He went to Raw, spent a few weeks being completely unused, but the arrival of ECW meant the opportunity for The Big Show to become the man that he is right now. He's the proud owner of that Champion of Champions trophy. No one can take that right away from him. As I said before, admittedly, The Miz is still the only champion of those three that was holding them at the time, but nonetheless, congrats to The Big Show either way. So we go over the top rope battle royal. This will be the first time Chavo, Guerrero and Sin Cara have shared a ring with each other since Chavo's release. And of course, Chavo and Sin Cara at one point were tight. They were a team. Mason Ryan and Chavo Guerrero got a lot of history as opponents, but now associates for DiBiase. And of course, in this match, it's anything goes. They know that. The 2011 Royal Rumble match will be no different in the end. Anything goes. Any man's game, and Chavo Guerrero looking to pull another upset over Mason Ryan, and he doesn't. Okay. You look at this match, and on paper you think Mason Ryan, Kane, Big Show, the favorites in this match, no doubt about it. But what you really got to keep an eye on is the likes of Chavo Guerrero and Sin Cara, and of course Mick Foley as well. Those guys, just because they're smaller doesn't mean they don't stand a good chance of winning. There goes Mason Ryan, for example. Definitely the best built guy in the match, but sometimes that's just not what it takes. DiBiase's other ally, Chavo Guerrero on the ropes. It's not going to be a good night for the DiBiase posse if we see Chavo eliminated straight away, and okay, I thought we were going to. It looked like he drop-kicked him from behind the ropes, but I guess not. And there goes Chavo from his own friend Sin Cara. Maybe not his friend anymore.
When Big Show is motivated to do something, there's not another man in the world.
Some history between those two. I mean, admittedly, as I said, the last time those two shared a ring, it was against each other. Chavo Guerrero winning a match that if he was to win, he would get an ECW title shot. Sin Cara was the only thing in his way, and he gave it his all, and he beat Sin Cara. Maybe Sin Cara took that quite personally. Maybe he was expecting Chavo to take the loss out of respect for his partner. Either way, I think we could be looking at Sin Cara getting thrown over the ropes just as well. No, he manages to fight Kane off somehow. I hear Kane doesn't really like masked wrestlers too very much. They remind him of a different time in his life. Mick Foley against the ropes. Is he going to be thrown out of this one? Or is this going to be an elimination for Mick Foley? Oh, okay. Don't sleep on Mick Foley this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. I think this guy's definitely got what it takes to come out with a victory. I'd love to see what championship he would go for. Would he go for his own Raw World Heavyweight Championship? Would he stick here on ECW, or would he maybe go to SmackDown and try to take on The Miz? You have to wonder these things. That is, of course, if he's even in the Royal Rumble match. The weird thing about these Battle Royals is they don't necessarily guarantee anyone's going to be in the match, except for perhaps the winner. But look at so far, the only winner we've had of these Battle Royals is Randy Orton, and well, he wins the World Heavyweight Championship this Sunday from Brock Lesnar. He is not competing in the Royal Rumble. Maybe participating in the WrestleMania main event in a different way, though. So right now, Sin Cara's got to go toe-to-toe with the Big Show and Kane. You hate to see it, but sometimes that's what it comes down to. To be fair, I mean, he's trying to hold his own. He's using his agility to his advantage. Yeah, no, there's no timeouts in a Battle Royal, I'm afraid, Sin Cara. If you hurt your finger, you've just got to leave. Oh! Tombstone pile driver on Big Show. Reminds me of a man I wish would return at the Rumble, or before the Rumble, so we could be in the Rumble, but probably not. What are you doing? Stupid.
Appears to have finally taken its toll.
I don't really know what walking over the Big Show's hand is going to achieve in a Battle Royal. I feel like sometimes they forget that this is over the top rope. Come on, guys. Wrap it up. We've got a schedule here. Battle Royals aren't supposed to take very long. Over the top rope Battle Royals used to be a staple here on ECW. It was a classic. That's how you knew you were watching ECW. Or Superstars, for that matter. Big Show just skinning the cat there. I don't know how he's managed to hold onto that rope.
He is a black heart. It will do whatever he can to hurt you before he puts you away.
Ugh. Don't call him back in. Can you imagine if these were the final three going into the Royal Rumble main event? I mean, a lot of people I think would definitely be counting on Sin Cara not winning this.
Sin Cara coming up with a beautiful counter.
Big Show now caught up in the corner by Kane, but no, shoves him off. Keeps going for that leg. I mean, to be fair, Big Show's been holding it. Sin Cara's been doing some what is the deal with... Yeah, there you go. Double team. Kane and Sin Cara working together against the Big Show. And Big Show's out. So it's Kane or Sin Cara. As I said before, Kane don't like masks too much these days. And this is definitely not Sin Cara's most favorable predicament, but he can work his way out of it. He can pick up like what his third ever victory. It's possible. He doesn't have to be the Santino of ECW. Uh-oh. Ooh. Well, that doesn't help Kane win the match, but it definitely damages Sin Cara.
And that punch lands hard. Not fast enough.
What a move! What a smart move!
Sin Cara wants a timeout, and Kane's going to give it to him. Okay. Well, he gave him a moment there. That was nice of him. Oh.
This isn't good.
And again, oh my goodness. Is this just how people are going to behave in these Battle Royals? Who's hitting 4 finishes on their opponents this Friday?
And there's a hard right hand.
Kane's got Sin Cara on the ropes, and after 2 choke slams, I'd imagine Sin Cara doesn't have a whole lot of fight left in him. Of course, I've been wrong about this kind of thing before. Nope, there you go. So Kane picks up the momentum for the Royal Rumble, and I tell you what, Kane as the 2011 Royal Rumble winner is something I could definitely get behind. Just gonna cut it off there before he does anything weird. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna cut it off. I can't cut it off there. Oh, there we go. Okay, my controller turned off. For a moment I thought a cutscene was gonna happen, but I was pretty sure if you pressed X that would just make it happen straight away. So we've got a 2-on-3 handicap match coming up your way next. It's our main event. Vladimir Kozlov and DiBiase teaming up for the first time as they face off against the 3-man unit of Jack Swagger and the Powerhouse. This should be an interesting main event. Wait, what? Oh. Has Vladimir Kozlov aligned himself with the DiBiase posse? I mean, he's being recognized as a member of it right now. Could be the ECW champion of the posse. I mean, to be fair, these two kind of matching a little bit tonight. Has DiBiase acquired another contract? I think so. Steel cage match this Sunday. Jack Swagger up against Vladimir Kozlov inside a steel cage for the ECW Championship. McMahon wants to make sure there is no outside interference. I really need to set up a Titantron for this group. I can't believe I haven't still. I haven't set up an entrance for them either, to be fair. They should have the arms raised kind of one that fits them best. This one's a bit too good guy for them. I think this is literally what the others just did as well, to be fair. Powerhouse, a real serious part of ECW. Combination you don't want to underestimate. Their win-loss not always the best, but I'll tell you what, when they get on a roll, they really get on a roll. And with them having Mason Ryan out of the group, I think they've been better than ever, to be honest. No offense to Mason Ryan, intended. And some people call him the Miracle Kid of ECW. Jack Swagger is able to pull off some really interesting championship defenses when the time comes. He's found his way into some pretty big victories, to put it simple. I'm very interested in this 2-on-3 handicap match. The odds seem like they'd be stacked against them, but you can't underestimate DiBiase or Kozlov in this main event. 2-on-3 is a far greater advantage still than 1-on-2 or 1-on-3. Oh, this charger wire disconnects a lot.
There's the bell, and I must say, I don't like their chances.
Former allies Vladimir Kozlov and Ezekiel Jackson starting things off, and you can really tell that there's some bad blood between these guys. They used to be tight.
How do you assess Kozlov's situation here, Ken?
Don't forget how Jack Swagger made it out of his last ECW Championship defense, which was a chairs match against Kane back at TLC. And he definitely had a lot of steel chairs and Brodus Clay to thank for that title defense. We'll see how exactly he survives Vladimir Kozlov inside of a steel cage. I mean, there's no interfering, there's no helping Jack Swagger in that match. The guy is going to be trapped in a cage with Kozlov, and apparently McMahon's justification for this, the reason he thought this would be the best idea, is because he thinks the DiBiase posse will interfere. He thinks that Swagger will be screwed out of the championship, and he wants a fair match. Completely forgetting exactly how it is that his ECW championship was defended in the first place, clearly. Arms hooked, and Jackson, tossing him to the side there. Brodus Clay, the big man of the powerhouse, definitely the largest member between him and Ezekiel Jackson. I think it will be a while before we see Ted DiBiase tagged in. He's not necessarily the best fit for this match, I must admit. Jackson tagged himself in. We don't need more dysfunction in the powerhouse. I mean, admittedly, Jackson just lately, he's been kind of left on his own to kind of fend people off and deal with situations himself. And I think he's getting a little bit tired of that treatment himself. Soon enough, McMahon's going to lose them all if he keeps this up. Big boot, nicely connected.
Shoulders down, and DiBiase kicks out. Jackson. And he powers out.
Winds up his arm to use the other one for a shoulder tackle, and it didn't even connect. There you go. More of a lefty. Okay, the more you know. Be very interested in seeing who comes out on top in this 2-on-3 handicap match. I mean, right now, I think it's quite a safe assumption to make. The Powerhouse and Swagger are in complete control, and I feel like making DiBiase come into the ring was a mistake on Kozlov's part. We know Chavo and Mason Ryan were a little bit tied up earlier tonight, so they're not going to be able to interfere in this in any capacity. But these three are all McMahon's got. If Kozlov really is aligned with the DiBiase posse, then the posse is officially bigger than McMahon's own group. I suppose it only takes so much money to buy someone out though. Maybe he can find someone new to side with him. The ropes and Swagger, very nice reversal. Oh, very nice sequence of reversals. Here comes Kozlov, and you notice how Swagger is very delicately getting himself out of the ring. Does not want to face his Royal Rumble opponent before the Royal Rumble, unless it's to get a few moves in whilst he's down and out. Hey, Kozlov's got such a unique style of offense. There's no one who really wrestles like Vladimir Kozlov, I've come to find.
Ah, the power of Ezekiel Jackson.
Big suplex, drops him down. Kind of evenly matched right now, these guys.
Tag is made.
What was that? Oh, okay.
Oh, good God, what are they doing here? And he hits the neck breaker.
DiBiase back in the ring. Could be a mistake.
And the ref sees the tag.
What are they chanting? Zeke sucks? That's the closest I can think of. Ezekiel Jackson, I feel like he's doing a lot of the dirty work for the Powerhouse right now. Dealing with Kozlov to the level that he's having to.
All the damage to the torso. All the pain that's been dealt appears to have finally taken its toll.
Telling Swagger to get in the ring. And here comes the ECW champion, of course, Kozlov. At this point has taken a hell of a beating. I never forget the way Kozlov was ejected from the Powerhouse. McMahon decided to lay his hands on Kozlov in more ways than one. Steel chairs and everything.
Swagger demonstrating that phenomenal at-base know-how. Swagger is so confident in his ability.
Right now, this is not looking like Kozlov's match, I gotta say. He needs to get the tag to DiBiase, but I don't know how well DiBiase's gonna fare against the three of these either.
And wait a minute! Refusing to give in there. What sheer determination. What power possessed by the All-American American. And he gets the tag.
Jackson back in. We haven't really seen Brodussin in a little while. Oh, making sure DiBiase can't tag himself in any way. Tag made of Brodus at long last, and he comes. Ezekiel Jackson and Brodus Clay and Swagger have just been working over Vladimir Kozlov, and because of the fact that they've been able to tag in so fluidly, none of them are getting tired out in the process.
Did you hear that? Echoing throughout the arena. Watch out here.
That could be enough to get the job done on Kozlov for sure. DiBiase nowhere in sight. Oh, he just about managed to break that up.
And there's still plenty of fight left. Now comes the trash talking out of Brodus Clay.
Powerhouse have stood tall for the last 2 weeks in a row. Are they about to make that 3?
Brodus Clay. Power, size, aggression. Nothing's been set in stone for Brodus, but if he focuses on his career, I predict big things.
Who the hell is my finishers? I feel like I should have had one by now. Oh, I do have one. Well, Brodus dropping him flat down on his back.
His shoulders are down. 1, 2, 3.
And there you go. DiBiase was unable to make the save. He saw the opposition. He kind of hesitated to get in the ring a little too long. And that was it. Unfortunately, that was it.
Here are your winners, representing the powerhouse, Ezekiel Jackson, and the All-American Swagger.
Well, for the 3rd week in a row, McMahon's boys stand tall, and he's going to really enjoy that one heading into the Royal Rumble. But Vladimir Kozlov may just get the last laugh this Sunday at the Royal Rumble for the ECW Championship. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, these guys are victorious. I'll see you guys this Friday on the final SmackDown for the 2011 Royal Rumble. I am so ready. Bye-bye.